Hey, good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I want to welcome you to this short video series on independence, the United States Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution of the United States of America here on the eve of the most important day in the history of the world in regards to liberty, and that is Independence Day. Independence Day was something long coming. It was an unshackling of the reign of monarchy and governments that were based on tyrannical rulers, a leadership class of people who owned land and therefore owned serfs and everything that grew or was produced by these peasants on their property, as a form of indentured servitude that was starting to wane over the centuries, but only with the break to the New World did that shackle of tyranny finally end, and it ended on July 4th. So, without further ado, I'm going to ask you to like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to ask you to leave comments and posts below, and I'll respond to them in a subsequent video series. But I'm going to jump into what I hope you will find an enlightening, educational, and celebratory video series on our great Constitution of these United States of America. So one thing that is critical is that to understand the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States of America, you must remember that it was an end to a government of our betters and the beginning of a government of law. The supremacy of law and the written word was for the first time, really the first social experiment that ever really lasted in the history of this world. And it was this notion that some rights are self-evident and they cannot be modified and they have to be recognized by the ruling class. It was a recognition of the supremacy of the rule of law instead of the rule of man. And most importantly, it was an end to the dynastic, in other words, the dynasties whereby William the Conqueror and his progeny, in other words, the male heirs in his line and his children and great-grandchildren and all their little offspring, who then fought for the crown of England, were the controlling party and the controlling government in medieval Europe, and more importantly, medieval and colonial England. Of the 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence, 25, I believe, were lawyers. And of the 55 signers of the Constitution of the United States of America, 32 were lawyers. The rule of law was going to be at the forefront of this new world, of this new nation, and we were again going to break the shackles and tyranny of the monarchy system of government that had dominated Europe for centuries.